What if the biggest thing holding you back in your career isn't your capability, but the thought patterns running quietly in the background? In this episode, I speak with executive coach Steve Barton about awareness, overthinking, self worth, and the internal stories that shape confidence, decision making, and career growth. Steve shares his Game of 10 framework and explains why so many professionals unknowingly operate from fear, self doubt, and old conditioning instead of recognizing their true value. Ready? Let's dive in. Welcome to Career Growth for Working Women. If you're feeling tired in a way rest alone won't fix, or successful on paper but unsure what's next, you're not broken. You're not alone. I'm Shannon, a promotion and compensation coach, and this space is about helping women grow their careers with clarity, confidence, and sustainability, not pressure or hustle. Take a breath, settle in, and let's talk about what's really going on beneath the surface. Hello, welcome to the show. My guest today is Steve Barton, and what stood out to me about his perspective is how directly he talks about the internal patterns that quietly shape career growth. Steve spent decades helping grow his family's retail floral business from $200,000 to $2 million in annual revenue. Along the way, he began noticing something that had very little to do with capability and everything to do with awareness, confidence, and communication. Today, Steve works with executives and high performers on the internal side of leadership and performance, the thought patterns, self doubt, overthinking, and pressure that influence how people show up, advocate for themselves, and make decisions. Steve, welcome to the show. I'm so excited for this conversation.
Well, thank you so much, Shannon. I'm really excited to be with you, and I love your accent. And I hope you can understand me with a Maine accent, and we'll get
Yes,
we'll get through this.
we'll get through it with the
Yep.
y'alls and
Yep.
everything. So, we were just talking about like capability and your awareness and your thoughts. So, when did you start noticing a pattern with all of that?
I'm still noticing. So it's an ongoing process of awareness. It's infinite. So I work from the finite to the infinite. In if you're familiar with Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now,
Mhm.
I work with enough.
Oh,
And enough is when you think of time, space, time is always now. It always has been now. There is no future. The past is done. It was the now at that time. And if you think of the infinite space, it's enough.
it's enough.
And that opens up the portal to everything, awareness.
Yeah.
Now is always and always has been enough.
Yes.
That's where manifesting happens. That's where miracles happen. That's where opportunities and solutions happen. But so often we get stuck in old patterns of thought that keep us stuck.
Yes. And those old thoughts are usually not even true thoughts about ourselves.
They're
they're
old, they're
they're
old,
stories that we've told ourselves.
they're old food in your refrigerator that you think is still fresh.
Yes, exactly. But that impacts our life, and for the women listening, it impacts how they feel about themselves and how they show up in life and at work for their
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
So, what advice would you give to these women that maybe are struggling with just the feeling enough?
Well, I created a process called the Game of 10 for men and women. We are different, but we're also the same. Okay,
Right.
we in individually, men have a feminine side and a masculine side, and typically they lean towards the masculine. Typically, women have a masculine side too. If you're going to work every day in a masculine field, you're using your masculine a lot. And,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's really about balancing that within yourself. If you have a partner, somebody's going to be the man and someone's going to be the woman. I don't care
Right.
what, if it's a gay relationship or heterosexual, someone's a man and someone's a woman, or you're
Right.
going to clash like nobody's business.
Right.
And, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, there's one's the giver and one's the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's that way in ballroom dancing too. So,
In dancing. So yes. Um so a lot of the women listening, they want to be high achievers. They're feeling
mhm.
like they're overlooked at work for some things. What advice would you give them on how to position themselves, the awareness that they need to have, the thoughts that they need to have to really understand how to position themselves better for their next, maybe it be a raise, a promotion, or even their next job they might be looking for.
Well, you got to read the room. If it's a men's club, forget it. If it's a woman's club, forget it. Okay. So you got to read the room and get into a different space that supports you. So if it's swimming upstream day in, day out, read the audience. Who are you working for? What are they doing? Is it a women's club if you're a man, or if it's a men's club if you're a woman and they don't allow women in and you're just there as whatever? But you got to know your self-worth. And so I've created the process called the game of 10. And
Mhm.
that is the highest level of awareness. It is who we are. It is our divine being. Be the goddess that you are and find the place that's going to worship your work, that really
Right.
encourage you, support you, and want to see your potential, the growth, personal
Right.
growth and development. Warren Buffett said in an interview with Becky Quick, Warren, can you give our first-time investors uh, some bit of advice to invest in when they're first starting out? He said, Becky, that's easy, personal growth and development.
Hmm.
Because if you are afraid of the highs and the lows and you sell low and buy high, you're just going to
Right.
be taken for a ride. So really, personal growth and development is the foundation for success. If you don't have that under you, then you are going to be on a roller coaster your way up. And you're going to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
So get yourself to 10 and have the tools. I provide the awareness that we're all 10, everyone. And there's six phrases that, and love to share it with you because it's
Yes,
all right. So the first
please.
phrase is I am 10 and saying that I'm the highest level of awareness that I am. Okay. Everyone is that spark of divine being. Be it. Okay. And watch what happens. So the first one is I am 10.
Mhm. I am 10.
Okay. Say it with enthusiasm.
I am 10.
Yes, you are. I'm doing the best that I can with the awareness that I have.
I'm doing the best that I can with the awareness that I have.
I'm always right with the awareness that I have.
I'm always right with the awareness that I have.
Men and women like that. All right. So I am enough.
I am enough.
I do enough.
I do enough.
I have enough.
I have enough.
Those phrases shut your reticular activating system, the monkey mind, off. Boop.
Yeah.
It answers every question that your mind is asking to get you back to that stasis of 10.
Yeah.
So it takes practice because we've practiced thinking. Eckhart Tolle says the biggest addiction we have in this world is overthinking.
Yes.
Mhm.
And as women, I think we all overthink a lot.
We care what people think. We overthink. We worst case scenario. What are they thinking about? Who cares? Well, I can promise you, they're not thinking what you think they're thinking. I promise you
Exactly.
that.
Oh,
And
I've spiraled down and thought all
yeah,
these things. And my husband's
yeah,
like, have you even had the conversation or even asked the question? No, I'm playing it out in my head.
driving yourself and everyone else crazy while you're doing it. Right.
Exactly. But
Exactly.
I get it, the
Yeah. The
overthinking.
overthinking. So it's really about. Uh, Here's a good way to look at it. We have thoughts.
Mhm.
We have feelings. We have emotions. We have a body. We have a mind. We are not them. We
Amen.
have them. They're all tools to use for you
Yeah.
and use it from a clear slate of awareness.
Yeah.
Knowing when to use your mind, knowing when to use a thought, knowing when to use your body, knowing when to use your mind, knowing when, and using it strategically from a place of intimacy. Pure love, unconditional love is your awareness,
Yes.
but it's been conditioned.
Yes.
So it's
I love that.
unconditioning it is
Yes.
it's unconditioning it. It's unconditioning the love that we are. Not
Right.
going to get it from someplace. We are it. And if you think you're going to get it from someone, you'll be sadly disappointed at some point. Okay,
Yeah,
I promise you
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I think we were talking about this before we actually started recording, but we were saying like 80% of our thoughts are negative
Mhm.
thoughts instead of positive thoughts. Like I think that your those sentences that we were just saying, that I could just feel a shift just in
Yep.
me in just that second, and I'm repeating them. So, what would you say to those people? Because I mean, we all have the tendency to go and have those negative thoughts. Like you said, most people it's 80%. What would you advise for them to do?
I would say practice. When I take on new clients, I say the first thing you do is learn these phrases, and you're to say them at least 5 times a day. Okay, 30 times a day is great. Okay, but some people have a hard time saying it. So just say it as many times you can. If you can only say it once a day, great. Send me a text. Tell me you did it once. Go, great, great. Now tomorrow two. Now
Right.
tomorrow
Yeah.
three. And I've only had to say to one client, "You're saying it too much. Give yourself a break. You're just, you
Yeah.
know." So so when you do say these phrases, what it does, it really quiets the mind, and it also opens up your psyche or your consciousness to all the things that negate that. Well, remember this, you aren't really enough. Remember this, you don't have enough. You can't even pay your rent. Well, it will come in. So another really important aspect to the game of 10 is how do you let go of
Mm-hmm.
those thoughts? Because people think they have to forgive a person, place, or situation that did something to them. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
actually have to forgive the thought about the person, place, or thing that they feel did something to them, that
Oh,
disappointed them. We're appointed 10. And oftentimes we live our life from an awareness or a filter that sees through those disappointments, from 9 to 1. And typically below 5, they're traumas.
oh yeah.
And if you're living from a place, you're seeing things at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, you're neutral. It's kind of
Right.
you have some good days, some bad days. Okay. I
Right.
don't ever have bad days. Okay. I just don't. It just makes no sense to me. But I
Right.
understand when someone is in that place that it's a roller coaster at times, emotional, physically, mentally. you know, Spirit's fine. People come to me and say, I want to heal my spirit. I said, that, honey, that's fine. That is perfect. It's like your mind and your body need some healing. So let's
Right.
work on that. The rest, then you become aligned with that energetic force that we are, and then you download from
Right.
awareness.
Right.
So yeah, we have 60,000 thought. Cleveland Clinic did a study a while back. You see it everywhere. I don't, if you're in my business, you hear about it everywhere. That's 60,000 thoughts a day. 80% are negative, 20% are positive. 80% are from the past, 20% are from the day. I like to say they're all
Wow.
insane unless you downloaded it as an idea,
Mm-hmm.
then from your right brain, bring it over through the corpus callosum into your left brain, create a strategic thought. Either use the thought, don't use the thought, keep it there, and then if you're not going to use it, let it go. Write
Let
it
it go.
down. Write it down for later
Yeah.
and put it in your notepad
Mm-hmm.
and just use it later or not. You want to keep your mind clear of thought so that when you do have an action, when you do have an idea, it's really the essence of your intuition too. I actually coach
Mm-hmm.
into my first client was the head of the Gestalt International Study Center when I did some, I channeled her husband. Okay. And she goes, and
Wow.
I was spot on. And she goes, and the next day in front of the whole group, she says, what you witnessed last night was a gift that Steve has. It can't be taught. Um, and he can use this in coaching because it's very important to have intuition with clients and
Right.
so forth and so on. So everyone left and dispersed for the going back to the homes, and she comes up to me, Steve, can you teach me how to do what you do? I go, I go,
That's awesome.
yep, I can. And she was my first paying client.
Oh wow.
Turns out that she told me I can tell the story. It's in my book. And she says, yeah, my first client was one of the co-founders of the Gestalt International Study Center, very prestigious coaching um, organization. And she also was she retired after 30 years as the head of HR for AT&T World.
Oh, wow.
So my first client happened to be a high-level executive
Mm.
and a high-level coach. So
Wow.
kudos. So I thought from
Yeah.
day one, oh my God, my career, my coaching business is going to take off.
Yeah.
Little did I know
It's a little more complicated than that.
it's a little, yeah, I was a one-hit wonder for now I'm growing value and client acquisition. I'm doing the same things everyone else is doing, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it in a different way that I think that I don't give up. Okay.
Right.
I am
Mm-hmm.
determined and I don't give up. And I'm going to say this to you ladies out there, be determined and don't give up and don't let any man say that you are less than they are, because you aren't. And you're not
Right.
better than either. We're all 10. You can't be an
Yeah.
11 and you can't be a 9. Nines are very much type A personalities. And
Mm.
the nines that I typically, when I get a new client, typically they're 7 to 9. And
Oh.
they want to have nines want to have that 10% between 9 and 10 to use in that space in between is fear, self-doubt, guilt, and shame.
Mm.
Okay. So they
Yeah.
want that fear of not enough, don't do enough, don't have enough, not right. They want to have that I can do better. I can have more. This is my motivation. Well, what they don't know is to take that leap of faith to 10 and it's infinite.
Oh.
Now that you know you can have everything, what do you want? Oh, F word. Okay. I don't know, So then they have to
Right.
really define, really be specific because you're going to get it. You get nines, 90% of what they want. Eights get 80% of what they want. Ones get 10% of what they want.
Yeah.
So if you think of it that way, I want 100%. I'm in this life. This in this body. This is my
Mhm.
this is my one shot. I
Yep.
want it all. When do I want it? Right now. Okay.
Right now.
Right now. And a lot and I think this is important because, well, I really don't have that right now. I said, I
Mm.
get it, but you have to have the space in your mind to have it right now.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
And
I
you
love
have to
that.
be willing to see things differently. You have to be willing to do the work to do it, to get it.
Hmm. Absolutely.
So it's not manifesting isn't what, yeah, some stuff can fall in your lap, okay? You can win the mega bucks, okay? It's rare that you don't do the work and to get it, okay? But when you are clear at 10, you're going to have the synchronicities happen. You're going to have the you know, coincidences happen. You're going to have all kinds of, I said to a friend of mine the other day who does Zoom productions, I called him up and he's going to be working with us as a group coaching uh, uh, weekly coaching thing. And I go, Bernie, he goes, yeah. I go, it's really weird. He goes, what? I said, everything. Which is,
Yes.
yes, if your life isn't weird, then you're not growing and experiencing it, and
Exactly.
it's fun,
It is.
it's
Yes,
fun.
it
I had a guy,
is.
I'm talking to a podcaster in Australia at 10 o'clock because they're 12 hours, I think, or 24
Yeah.
hours different than
Hmm.
we are, or something like
Yes.
16. I
Yes.
don't know. So he goes to me, first thing on the thing, he goes, isn't life easy? I said, yes, it is. I
Yeah.
go, we can't tell everyone that, can we? No,
No,
they won't
no,
believe us,
no.
So we make it difficult, our ego, our
Mm.
identity, who we think we are, and our past disappointments and traumas really do validate our beliefs,
Right.
right? We have a thought, then it becomes a belief, and those beliefs are hard to let go of. They really
Yes.
are. So
Yeah.
I don't say it's easy what this game of 10 is, because you got to do the work to undo what you did. Okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, where can our listeners follow your work or learn more about you? What's the
You
best place to
can
connect?
LinkedIn,
Okay.
uh, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I do posts once a week. This week's post was, um, what's this week's? What if the only thing you have to believe in is yourself?
Ooh.
Because if we are divine, which I know we are, some
Mm.
don't, I do.
Mhm.
And so you're believing in the God within you and the God within others and just be yourself. The hardest thing to do is be your authentic self because people want you to be like they are.
Yep.
Don't do it. Be yourself. Find the right room. And also on www.stevebartoncoaching.com. Scroll down to the bottom, get my book, The Father's Son, The Aha Moment. I wrote it with my 18-year-old son
Okay.
during COVID. Had Marianne Williamson was my writing coach. What a gift that was.
Nice.
So you can download that for free. Nothing in life is free except 10, because you're going to get 5 trickles. Ignore them if you want. Call me if you're interested in having some private coaching or joining a group coaching that we're putting together. So that's how you.
Awesome. Awesome. And as we wrap up, I love to leave my listeners with a small action step or a mind
Yeah.
shift change that they can make today. So what would you ask them to do?
Well, good question because I don't want to leave them saying those phrases without when you do say those phrases, you have to have a way to let go of them.
Mhm.
And so I'm asking your audience to create a temple in their mind, a goddess temple, okay? The
Mhm.
most divine goddess temple they can think of because it's an idea. And in that temple, create an altar. And any thoughts that come out that are less than 10, they're not good enough, they don't do enough, they don't have enough. All thoughts about that come up, put them on the altar and say, I'm willing to see things differently and watch what
Oh,
happens. Einstein said you can't solve a problem at the level it was created. It's created at the low level of awareness. You have to give it to your high level of awareness to let it
oh,
go. I coached a minister on how to forgive. He goes, "Oh my God, I never thought of it that way."
wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That's awesome.
and it works. And
Yeah.
if it comes back a little bit, do it again.
Okay.
Eventually, Deepak Chopra calls it washing the rag. I call it give it to the altar and let it go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Shannon. It was fun. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Before you go, I want you to know this. You don't have to figure out your next move alone. If you're feeling stuck, under-recognized, or unsure what's realistically possible in your current role, I offer promotion strategy calls where we walk through your goals, your role, and what makes the most sense for you next. No pressure, just clarity. You can book that call through the link in the description. And if this episode resonated, would you share it with another woman who might need it right now? Leaving a review also helps this show reach more women who are ready for real career growth. I'll see you next time.